You couldn't breathe if I didn't say breathe. You couldn't get up out of your bed if I didn't say get up. You wouldn't be in your right mind if I didn't keep you in your right mind. Huh? You wouldn't be able to taste that food that you ate if I didn't keep your taste buds working. You would not be able to consciously do all of the things necessary that God just put in us on automatic. Can you imagine having to think about every breath? God said, I am supreme, I am it, and I will not share my glory with anybody else. And God said, I tell you what, put something up there with me. I'll show you what happened to it. I'll take it away. You can't serve both God and money. Then this is another biggie, you know, get this. Riches tend to rupture fellowship.
All right.
Now, this isn't always true. But, you know, I don't know anybody that done this, because I have known anybody that hit $4 million. But I've heard of folk who got in the lottery, and the first thing they want to do is move from the old neighborhood, because they didn't want nobody come breaking in their house. Now, some of these same folk was the folk that tied you over when you were suffering with the shorts. Some of these same folk fed you out of their pots. Some of these same folk watched over your children when you were at work. Some of these same folk been on PTA with you, watch your children grow up, but we get a little bit of money, and now all of a sudden I can't associate with them. I got to get some new friends. And then get over there with the folk with the money, and they don't want to be bothered with you, and they have a term for it. Oh, they have new money. New money. What's the difference between new money and old money? All of us spend. See, but this is the major difference. The folks with old money, they don't spend none of it. That's why it's old. And they sure enough ain't going to spend none on me and you. Then the folks trying to get choice in our schools, so they had to send their children to school with us. Let me leave that alone. Final thing, people who give money first place in their hearts break both of the great commandments. God says, you must love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy mind. And the second great commandment is love your neighbor as you love yourself. And if you put money before God and your neighbor, then you've already decided who your God gonna be. Okay, preacher, that's well and fine, but what they got to do with $5 gallon gasoline? You see, I don't say this because I'm a preacher of the gospel. I say this because I believe it. The Lord will make a way. See, I come from a long line of folk who didn't see it, but who were just crazy enough to step out on faith. We didn't know how God was going to fix it, but we knew that God was able to do all things. See, I come from a long line of folks who were naive enough to read Psalms 37:25 and believe it literally. You know, I once was young, but now I'm old. But I done seen a lot of stuff. I done seen it rain on one side of the street and the sun be out on the other side of the street. I've seen folk cry at football games 1 minute and be ready to cut and shoot each other the next. I've seen folk go into a burning building while it was on fire during the 1968 riots and pick out 2-3 outfits before the police and the fire department got there. But I'm going to tell you what I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen the righteous forsaken. I've never seen the children of the righteous begging bread. I ain't never seen God turn his back on his people. When stuff get tight, and it's gonna get tight, when stuff get to the point that you don't know how it's gonna work out, all you got to do is trust in the Lord. I don't know how he's gonna fix it, don't know how he's gonna turn it around, don't know when he's gonna do it. He may not do it on my time schedule, but I know if I can hold on. Oh, you didn't hear me? If I can hold on for a little while longer, that God will make a way. If I can hold on till my change comes, God will make a way. If I can hold on when gas get $5 a gallon, if I can't afford to gas up what I got, God will provide something for me to ride in. If I can hold on, God is able. But get this, and I'm going to sit down. And this is what's critical. Now's the time for God's people to be looking out for one another. See, we're going to have to go back and do some of the stuff that we used to do. You remember how we used to do it? We call somebody, baby, I'm getting ready to go to the store. You want me to pick you up something? See, we got to the point now, all of us get in our cars, all of us end up at Sam's at the same time. Amen, lights.